Welcome to the Reconnection Club podcast, the show that helps parents heal troubled relationships with their adult sons and daughters. I'm your host, psychotherapist Tina Gilbertson. Each week, I'll offer you compassion, clarity, and personal development tips designed to help you reconnect, not only with your child, but with yourself. Now let's get started. Sometimes parents will tell me about their other children, the ones who aren't estranged, and they'll say, "My son is very close to us, and he doesn't understand why my daughter is so angry." Or maybe something like, "We have 4 children, and our other 3 all tell us we were excellent parents." This bafflement is understandable. It doesn't seem to make sense that one of your children apparently had a completely different childhood than anyone else remembers. But the surprising fact is that no 2 children have exactly the same upbringing. This is true even of siblings who are close in age and were raised in the same household by the same parents. Let's talk about how siblings in the same household can have such different experiences of childhood. My hope is that this discussion will help you to understand something important about your estranged adult, child, or children. I'd like to talk about 5 factors that go into children's experience of growing up in a family. There are certainly more than 5 in the real world, but let's just focus on these today to see how your children may have fared so differently. The first factor is temperament. Even when they were babies, you probably noticed personality differences among your children. We all come into the world with a unique genetic makeup, and that appears to influence some pretty stable characteristics. For example, some babies are drawn to new things, and others are more cautious around things they haven't seen before. And as adults, these sorts of differences persist. People are different as babies, and as adults, they remain different from each other. Also, your child doesn't just have a certain inborn temperament. That temperament will intersect with yours in a particular way. Say you're both introverts. You have some basic common ground then that an extrovert and an introvert really don't have. So, in addition to the internal fact of your child's temperament and personality, there's the matching or the combination of that personality with those of their parents. And that's going to be different for different children. The second factor is timing. What was going on in the life of the family when each child was born? A child who's 4 years old when her mom develops a major illness has a different experience than the child who's still an infant and suddenly can't breastfeed anymore. What about dad losing his job? A child who's in school has a different view of dad's unemployment than the child who's at home watching the drama unfold as his parents deal with what might be considerable stress. I could give a lot of examples, but suffice it to say that the timing of any event in a family always happens at different ages for different children. Number 3, birth order. You can search the academic literature for the effects of birth order and find a lot of interesting information. Some of what you'll find agrees with common sense. For example, firstborn children tend to receive more attention from parents than children born later, presumably because parents are paying more attention when they're new at parenting. But the spacing between births can also affect how much attention children receive, as can the timing effect of what was going on in the family. And did you know that children who share their parents' birth order may experience a more intense relationship with the shared birth order parent? Sometimes it's easy for parents to over-identify with the child who shares their birth order. In some sense, they project themselves and their struggles onto that child and may unconsciously place more expectations on them than their siblings. Just anecdotally, I have seen this again and again, especially with firstborn parents and firstborn children. Number 4, gender. The effects of gender on how children are raised will differ from family to family. In some families, boys may be more highly valued than girls. They may be given more freedom at an earlier age or expected to excel professionally where girls aren't. In other families, girls may be viewed as inherently more capable than boys and therefore may be more strenuously encouraged to succeed in the world. More of the parents' financial resources might be earmarked for children of one gender over the other. And of course, children who are gender fluid or transgender will certainly have a different experience from cisgender kids. You and your children will have the clearest view of how gender roles and stereotypes may have played out in your family. The last factor I want to mention today is personal experiences. Although your kids may have grown up under the same roof, it was this child who broke an ankle, and that one who failed their driving test, and the other one who won the spelling bee. All of the various experiences of your children created unique opportunities for parenting responses. If 2 of your kids won awards and the third one never did, the third one just realistically did not get to experience your reaction when they brought home a trophy. It just couldn't happen. Like so many other factors we're talking about today, your children's personal life experiences were beyond your control and often beyond theirs. But these contributed to what were essentially different childhoods. So the next time your estranged adult child makes a claim about what it was like growing up in your family, before you disagree, keep in mind those 5 simple reasons why no 2 people share the same childhood. Number 1 was temperament. Number 2, timing. 3, birth order and space between births. 4, gender. And 5, personal experience. Again, these aren't a comprehensive list of differentiators, they're just a sample. But they're a sample that I hope will help to make it clear that you cannot possibly have parented your children exactly the same because they're different people from each other and from you. The fact is, there is no one truth about your parenting or your kids' childhoods. So accept your children's truth as they remember it, without shame, without blame, and with compassion for both yourself and your child. Doing this is very validating and should provide a soothing effect on your currently troubled relationship. Until next time, remember that you are a loving, lovable, and still growing human being. So please take good care of yourself. Bye for now. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Reconnection Club podcast, I invite you to check out reconnectionclub.com. The Reconnection Club is for parents at any stage of estrangement from their adult, child, or children. So whether you've just realized there's trouble between you, you've been living with estrangement for years, or you're newly reconciled but still walking on eggshells, the Reconnection Club is your essential resource for information, support, and continued personal growth. With our courses and workshops, expert interviews, monthly Q&A calls, and a friendly, active community, the Reconnection Club is a wonderful place to be for anyone suffering the pain of estrangement from an adult, child, or children. So check it out at reconnectionclub.com.